I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I move my
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know with this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say.
All right, guys, picture this. Terence Crawford, fresh off a massive win, celebrated like a king in Omaha. But just hours later, flashing lights shattered that victory. Police pulled him over at 1:27 a.m., guns drawn, hands in the air, tension skyrocketing. The champ's joy flipped to fear in seconds. Imagine going from holding a parade key to staring down a barrel. This wasn't just a pullover, it felt like a power move, a statement, you ain't bigger than us.
hands up? Seatbelt.
You gotta step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my
Yeah, that's crazy.
Listen up, Crawford's crew was rattled. His head of security, Qasim Shabazz, admitted he thought they were about to lose their lives. Hands on the ceiling, voices trembling, the night turned cold fast. Police claimed they spotted firearms on the floorboard, and that's when everything went sideways. But here's the kicker, the weapons were legal. Legal. Yet the cops didn't treat it like routine. No, they treated it like a standoff. Fear filled the car, and Crawford's victory night turned into a nightmare.
On the highest cloud, bro. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. And before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now. The clouds is out right now. You can see him in the background. I'm going to go watch the damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Oh, man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot. You ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You got to have the law enforcement on your side, man. They got to be looking out for you. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He got to be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad.
Let's be real, this wasn't just about speeding. Former champ Tim Bradley said it straight, this was a message. A reminder that no matter how high you climb, some people want to pull you back down. And that night in Omaha, it looked exactly like that. Bradley compared it to a twisted pattern, celebration cut short, joy stripped away. Flashing lights on Crawford's big day weren't coincidence. They were calculated. You can feel the intent behind those sirens.
Who was in the passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
To be a man who can receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally had my hands on top of the ceiling and the inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle.
And here's the deal, Andre Ward chimed in too, calling out how Crawford's career has always faced smear campaigns. They said he wasn't a draw. They said his wins didn't count. But the numbers proved them wrong, and Crawford proved them wrong again and again. Ward called it clear, they've tried to bury this man for years. That traffic stop? Another attempt to chip away at his shine. But like always, Crawford stood tall, refusing to be diminished.
KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cudahy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmatter and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha Police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by...
Now, think about the bigger picture. Omaha police said this was reckless driving, plain and simple. But Crawford's team painted a terrifyingly different story, guns out, tension high, cops on edge. Shabazz, a man trained to de-escalate, admitted he feared for his life. And if a pro like him felt that way, imagine the reality for everyone else. Routine stop? Please. This was intimidation at its finest, cloaked in the words procedure.
Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. There was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear him. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon. I knew this kid was going to be that. Or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again. And he did it again against Canelo Alvarez Saturday.
All right, guys, let's not play games. The mayor and police chief had to step in. Public outrage was boiling, and statements flew out promising internal investigations. Political words, smooth promises, but light on substance. People weren't buying it. They wanted truth, accountability, not PR spin. Because at the core, this wasn't just about Crawford, it was about trust between communities and cops. And every shaky detail in that police report screamed for answers.
Wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report, because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving, and in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi, and the young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked,
here's something heavy. Commentators suggested this was about more than traffic laws. They called it a struggle between personal achievement and institutional power. Crawford had risen too high, too fast, and some folks in authority couldn't stomach it. A black man, beloved in his city, a world champion, yeah, that rattled cages. And that pullover? It wasn't just lights on a highway. It was a chess move in a bigger game of control.
Crawford's going to win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
As an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday, Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt. And they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about, is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little.
Fans didn't hold back. Social media exploded, calling out prejudice, pointing fingers at the system. They said it plain, Crawford wasn't treated like any other citizen that night. He was treated like a target. The word reckless wasn't about driving. It was about how power was being used. And when people see that, when communities feel that, trust gets burned to ash. That's what made this stop more than just a headline. It became a spark. 5:21 to 6 o'clock. Amir Khan stepped in, backing Crawford to the core. He said it flat, no controversy, no police drama can erase Bud's legacy. He's too skilled, too smart, too proven in the ring. Khan remembered training with Crawford, watching him dominate heavyweights, thinking, this man is untouchable. And guess what? He still is. Legal guns, legal champ, legal victory, nothing they throw can erase what he's built. Crawford's reputation? Rock solid. 6:01 to 6:40. So where does that leave us? With questions that cut deep. Why escalate a routine stop into a life or death scene? Why twist a victory parade into a public scare? And most importantly, why does it always seem to happen to those who rise from the bottom, who claw their way to the top? Crawford's story isn't just about boxing. It's about power, race, reputation, and the fight that doesn't happen in the ring. And this fight? It's far from over.